A little Sunday morning college softball here between the Creighton Blue Jays and the St. John's Red Storm from Red Storm Field. And hello again, everybody, and a pleasant good morning here alongside Scott Green. I'm Jon Perez. Well, St. John's and Creighton battled in a back-to-back doubleheader yesterday. St. John's sweeping the Blue Jays 3-2 in Game 1 and then 2-0 in Game 2. And Scott, there's been a lot of talk about St. John's, and they need these big wins. And what does this do for the standings for the Red Storm?
Well, the ball still sits above the Red.
That pitch is hit down the left field line. Does it have enough? Yes, it does. Aaron Berner puts St. John's on the board. That'll cut the deficit to 2-1. And for Berner, that's her 12th home run of the year and her 34th RBI. And it'll be a tough bat, and the big bopper, Liz Dyke, stepping up to the plate. Dyke has been pretty well handled by St. John's this whole series. 0 for 2 today with a walk, and Freeze ahead 0-1. You see the numbers right there. Dyke, a .270 hitter, 14 home runs, 34 RBIs. Looking to cash in here. Berner tapping those signs all around, and now she gets something. Here's the 0-1. And that's hit in the air to deep left field. And there's your backbreaker as Creighton goes out to a 4-0 lead by Liz Dyke, who finally wakes up this series, and Creighton ahead 4-0. Who said the Grand Central doesn't move? You can see this game's moving along pretty well as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning with Creighton leading 1-0. And we'll get you some out-of-town scores. Butler with a 3-1 lead in the 4th inning. Georgetown leads Providence 1-0. Big game for Georgetown. And then the other game, DePaul ahead 6-0 on Villanova, a team that St. John's is going to play after they play Creighton. But they have to deal with Creighton now. Lexi Robles will lead things off, and that pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. And you can tell that picture of the Grand Central Parkway was taken on a Sunday and not the normal days.
Well, that's exactly what it is. We're telling our producer, Barney Carlton, tell me, hey, listen, man, this is Sunday. Where's the rush hour going on? It's gonna be deceiving. People see it. There's no traffic in New York.
Robles just taking all the way. Count 2-1. Robles 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout, hitting .202 on the year, no home runs, 8 RBIs. But she gets on base, and that's the key stat. St. John's needs some runners on base, as Changstrom has now retired the last 13 St. John's hitters. And she's really been in a groove. And this has pretty much been the mantra of Changstrom's season. That pitch is upstairs, and that'll snap the streak as Robles will reach first base.
Well, this is exactly what St. John's wanted, to get your number 9 batter on with a chance with no outs, and now you have your leadoff. So here's your big chance when you got your big 4 coming up to the plate.
The right fielder, number 33, Alex.
So you got Zuba up at the plate, and now granted, nobody has really figured out Changstrom today except with Caitlin Fitzgerald, and that was only in the top of the 1st inning. Are you thinking bunt here? What's the strategy? She does show bunt, and she pops it up. That'll go back.
Well, the one thing you have to remember, too, is you're facing a kid like Becca Changstrom, and where she has the ability to throw a lot of rise balls. And when you're trying to bunt or slap, you don't want to try to bunt or slap a rise ball, because typically once you make contact, it's going to go up in the air. So you have to be careful when to square and when to try to pull back. And, if you could try to slap, would be the ideal situation.
Showing bunt again, and that's taken. Well, we saw Allie Reinhardt on Creighton step all the way up in the batter's box. What do you do for a rise ball? Do you go back? Do you go forward?
Well, you want to kind of stay home, because chances are a rise ball is going to come up and out of the zone. It's going to be a ball. I like what Changstrom did there, going down for the low one. Because you have Zuba, who's putting the bat up high now. So now you have her thinking and guessing, and now you're looking at a swing away situation.
Yes, Zuba is behind 1-2. And that's in there, and down goes Zuba. Not very emphatic by home plate umpire Mario Calabrese, but that will punch out Zuba for the first out.
Here's a great pitch. She set her up perfectly and went with the off-speed pitch, and she was thinking inside, off-speed out, and just couldn't catch up with it.
9 strikeouts for Changstrom. And here's Reed, who was one of those strikeouts. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Reed 0 for 1, the strikeout. She walked in the first inning. Not the best of series for Reed. Not really hitting any power numbers. She does have that 1 double. She made an error yesterday that led to Allie Reinhart giving the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead. Landini followed that up with an error of her own as she pulls that foul. So a little chance at redemption for Jackie Reed. St. John's looking to put their rally caps on and start something. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Just outside 2-2, so good eye by Reed.
Wow, this is where you want Reed in this situation with a hitter's count at 3-1. She doesn't have to swing, she could take, but she was looking for that good pitch right across the plate.
The pitch is rolled on the ground and into left field. That's going to be a base hit just under the glove of Lowe, and St. John's has something cooking here with runners on first and second and 1 out.
And this is where, when you have a girl like Ellen Zuba up, leading off there, you wanted to try to move Robles into second base because that would have given her and put her in scoring position. And here she takes the inside pitch down the line, and what a beautiful shot. It was only time until she started getting hot, but now you got 2 more hot hitters coming up where there's your perfect opportunity to draw some blood here.
And Berner will take a pitch on the inside corner. Well, Berner on the day 0 for 2. She flew out to left field and then struck out in the 4th inning. 12 home runs, including a solo home run against Changstrom yesterday. Let's see if she's got any more magic left in that bat. Here's the 0-1, and that's popped straight up. The second baseman, Lewis, is under it. She'll make the grab for the second out. Not sure if the infield fly rule was called. It was.
Oh, a great pitch there, but she knew that was going to be one of your most dangerous at-bats with first and second and 1 out, and she gets her on the pop-up. And here's the kid you want up now, Fitzgerald, 1 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, she was able to solve the Changstrom equation as that's taken up the elevator shaft 1-0. Changstrom dealing with, if you want to make an equivalency of this game, has probably been the toughest inning so far. So that pitch is popped up again to center field. Allender is there, and Changstrom's able to get out of the jam.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
So we'll see Changstrom really getting it done. 9 strikeouts so far for the pitcher from Creighton.
Well, Changstrom just works the plate, working the outside several times, a series of off speeds, a few rises, and this is what makes this young lady one of the most effective pitchers in the Big East.